Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajeem. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Assalamu alaikum, class 9th. How are you? I hope all of you are fine. I'm your biology teacher. Today we will start new chapter number 4, that is about cells and tissues. Okay, all of you know what is cell? Cell is a basic structural and functional unit of living organism. And tissues, group of cells performing similar function. These are called as tissues. Okay, so now we have to start chapter number 4, that is about cells and tissues. All organisms are composed of cells. Some are composed of a single cell and some, like us, are composed of many cells. It means some organisms are having only one cell or they are made up of only one cell. These are called as unicellular organisms. And some organisms, those are the higher organisms, they are made up of many cells. These are called as multicellular organism, like human, plants, all the higher organisms. These are multicellular organisms because they are made up of more than one cells. Okay, so unicellular organism are multicellular organisms. All organisms are made up of cell. The wings of a butterfly is a thin sheet of cells. Okay, look at these wings of butterfly. These are also cells. Okay, so is the shiny layer of our eyes. The meat we eat is composed of cells and its contents soon become part of our cell. Our eyelashes, fingernails, orange juice, the wood of our pencil, all are produced by cells. Okay, wood of our pencils, that is made from the wood, comes from the trees. So trees are the living organisms, so they are basically made up of the cells. So all these things are made up of cells. So let's start from microscopy. Okay, so microscopy is the use of microscope. Okay, use of microscope is known as microscopy. And the first compound microscope was developed by Zecharis Janssen in Holland in 1595. It was simply a tube with lens at each end and its magnification ranged from 3x to 9x. Okay, so it's just a simple compound microscope having two lenses, one on that side and another on that side. Okay, and its magnification ranged from 3x to 9x. Now, two important terms are used in microscopy. First one is magnification. Second is resolving power, that is also called as resolution. Okay, so these are two important terms which we use in microscopy: magnification and resolving power. Let's see the definition of magnification. So magnification is the increase in the apparent size of the object. Okay, it is the apparent size, not the physical size of the object. Okay, so magnification is the increase in the apparent size of an object, and it is an important factor in microscopy. Okay, so magnification is the increase in the apparent size of an object. Now second term is resolving power or resolution. Okay, resolving power or resolution is the measure of clarity of an image. Okay, it is the minimum distance at which two objects can be seen as separate objects. Human naked eye can differentiate between 2 points which are at least 0.1 millimeter apart. This is known as the resolution of human eye. If we place two objects 0.05 millimeter apart, human eye would not be able to differentiate them as two separate objects. So magnification and resolution can be increased with the help of lenses. Okay, so resolution or resolving power is the measure of clarity of an image. Okay, so it is a minimum distance at which two objects can be seen as a separate objects. Now two types of microscopes are used in the microscopy. First one is light microscope and second one is the electron microscope. And biologists use two types of electron microscopes. Transmission electron microscope, we represent it with TEM, and scanning electron microscope, SEM. Okay, so mainly we use two microscope, that is light and electron microscope. And electron microscope further have two types: transmission electron microscope and scanning electron microscope. Now first is light microscope. Light microscope works by passing visible light through a specimen. It uses two glass lenses. One lens produces an enlarged image of specimen and second lens magnifies the image and projects it into viewer eyes or onto photographic film. Okay, so look at here, one lens is here, another one is here. Then micrograph. A photograph taken through a microscope is called as a micrograph. Look at few images of micrograph. Okay, photograph taken through microscope is called micrograph. Now let's see magnification of light microscope. A light microscope can be magnify object only about 1500 times without causing blurriness, that is its magnification is 1500x. Now second term is resolving power. So its resolving power is 0.2 micrometer and 1 micrometer is equal to 1 by 1000 millimeter. In other words, the light microscope cannot resolve or distinguish objects smaller than 0.2 micrometer. It is about the size of the smallest bacterium. Now limited ability, the image of bacterium can be magnified many times, but light microscope cannot show the detail of its internal structure. Okay, so we just see the image of bacteria through the light microscope, but we are not able to see the detail of internal structure of bacterium. When we see a micrograph on the page of a book, we see some words like LM109X printed along the edge of micrograph. So LM109X, that tell us the photo micrograph was taken through a light microscope. Okay, LM, they shows light microscope and the image has been magnified 109 times. Okay, so LM109X means photograph, micrograph taken from light microscope and that is magnified 109 times. Second type of microscope is electron microscope and it is the most advanced form of microscope. Look at this, that is the electron microscope and it is most advanced form of microscope. Let's see the working of electron microscope. So in electron microscope, object and lens are placed in a vacuum chamber and a beam of electron is passed through object. Electrons pass through or are reflected from object and make image. Electromagnetic lenses enlarge and focus the image on a screen or photographic film. Okay, so it's mean lens and object both are placed in vacuum chamber and here beam of electrons are used to pass through the object. Now resolving power of electron microscope. The most modern electron microscope can distinguish objects as small as 0.2 nanometer and 1 nanometer is equal to this number. Okay, so it is a 1000-fold improvement over light microscope. And magnification of electron microscope, they can magnify object about 250,000 times. Now capability. Under special conditions, electron microscope can detect individual atoms, cells, organelles, and even molecules like DNA and protein are much larger than a single atom. Now types of electron microscope: transmission electron microscope (TEM) and scanning electron microscope (SEM). Now transmission electron microscope. In TEM, electrons are transmitted through the specimen, and TEM is used to study the internal cell structure. Scanning electron microscope. In SEM, electrons are reflected from the metal coated surface. So SEM is used to study the structure of cell surfaces. Okay, so here we study about the structure of cell surfaces, and in transmission electron microscope we are able to study the internal structure. The study of cells and organelles are possible because of electron microscope, but it cannot be used to study life processes because the specimen must be held in a vacuum chamber, and vacuum chamber it means all air must be removed. So to study the life processes like movement of amoeba, a light microscope is better. Now there is one question: which type of microscope would you use to study the change in shape of blood, human white blood cell? Okay, so answer is light microscope. Now next question: which type of microscope would you use to study the surface texture of human hair? So scanning electron microscope that is used. Now third question is: which type of microscope would you use to study the detailed structure of mitochondria in the cell of human liver? So answer is transmission electron microscope. Okay, look at this. That is the head and eyes of mosquito. Okay, so they can be studied by using scanning electron microscope. I hope you will understand about microscopy and type of microscopes. So all of you revise it and learn it. Thank you. Have a nice day.